So, time has come for me to do my 2-month review of the magnaflow muffler that I had put on. I believe the part number is 14419. Don't quote me. It's a Magnapack, 3-inch in, 3-inch out. 20-inch overall length, 14-inch body, 4-inch body height and width. So, pretty narrow muffler. They are pretty loud for when you just have them installed. I'm louder than every other type of muffler I had installed. Usually they had to break in before they were actually loud. These were loud right as soon as they started up after they had it put on at the shop. The thing was pretty beastly sounding, so I want to hurry up and go for a little ride. It is way too foggy out. I'm sure you probably can't even, well, you can kind of see, but anyway, let me flip it around. That's what I'm working with. It don't look bad on camera, but it looks way worse in person. But so I'm just gonna do some outside revs up to 4,000. I know the stupid limiter on this thing, and I'm going to throw in the clip of the cold start I did this morning. Cold start pretty much sounds, exactly the same, but it might be a little bit more refined tone. If you watch that though, I also noticed once the truck actually warmed up after a couple seconds and idled back down, the tone of it changed completely. It seems like it got louder. And then for the most part, when I go to start it, when I've already been driving it at the store, wherever I'm at, it's pretty loud. It echoes pretty good. And honestly, for I paid $118 on Amazon. That was $118 well spent in my book. But I'm almost at the spot where I'm going to do my little revs for it. I'm actually also wanted to go for a little ride because I have a new addition to the family, and she's about 10 weeks old, maybe going on 11 weeks. And she loves car rides. That's really the only time when she's calm. She just climbs right up here. Well, I had to lift her up, but when she comes in here, she just pretty much just goes to sleep and just is calm for the most part. But alright, I'm almost here. Let me get it set up. So that was 4,000. Thing definitely sounds pretty nasty to me. Obviously, this thing shifts around 50 5400 RPMs, 55 around there. So it definitely sounds a lot better, you know, at that RPM. But for just how it sounded there, you know, with the rev limiter and everything, it definitely sounds pretty damn good in my book. I know I've said this probably 5-6 times now, but this is my go-to muffler from now on. The car is getting the same one, hopefully within the next month, around there. Same thing, 3-inch in, 3-inch out. I'm not feeling the carving on that anymore. It's just sounds kind of honestly not as aggressive, but almost those weird louvers on the inside. I double checked. The muffler was installed the correct way, and it feels like the car lost like you know, 20-30 horsepower from putting that on. So I'm gonna put the magnaflow 14419 on that. Again, don't quote me on the part number. Well, once I put the video up, it'll say what the part number is anyway. I'm just scattered brain right now, but anyway, it's Magnapack. But so I'm just gonna go for a little more of a ride right now. Get some interior noise. I'll say one thing though, is my truck has some pretty good weather stripping in it, and once, you know, all the doors are shut and the windows are up, you can still hear it pretty good. But once the windows go down or the doors open, man, you can really like hear it that much better. And that's one of the things too, is like from hearing it, I still haven't heard it myself from the outside. Nobody else has driven my truck. I still haven't heard it from the outside. I only hear it from the outside in videos, and the videos do absolutely no justice at all. I know it's loud, so I know when I'm hammering on it or something like that, people can hear it. I can hear it, but that's not necessarily a bad or a good thing. It's kind of a bad thing, because your boy got a speeding ticket, his first speeding ticket in 17 years of me driving, and it's on a road where there's no other traffic, no people live on it, nothing like that. And usually cops really don't sit there, but it is a road that's kind of dedicated for drag racing, but it's not, you know, a legit legal spot. And I was picking up a couple friends of mine. This is a little bit after I had the muffler put on. I was driving, put it down in manual mode, and I was kind of just, you know, getting on it. I was letting it rev out, and once I shifted, I seen that he was sitting there, and at that point I hurried up and slammed on the brakes. I downshifted, and that just made it worse, because that thing, I don't know, when it downshifts, or like kind of like you give it gas, it makes almost like an explosion noise because of the sound. Like the muffler is just, it's got that really hollowed out sound to it. So it makes one of those, and it's pretty damn loud. And I already knew at that point I was caught. So, you know, it was a $355 ticket, 70 and a 35, which I could have fought it, because he tried saying that it was a 35 mile per hour zone, and there's literally 2 signs that have the posted speed limit. His cruiser was in between both of those signs that said 45 miles per hour.
I want to see in bullseye. I want backstory.
Alright, and you can see my daughter is with me, and she's rambling on about Toy Story. Good times. But so anyway, you know, overall, the last couple of years, it seems cops don't really care about loud exhaust anymore. I remember years ago when I first started driving, man, you had any sort of exhaust that wasn't stock, man, they would stop you for every chance they could. And for the most part, I always just got a written warning and stuff like that. But now, They don't care. He didn't say one. Got pulled over in the car too for accidentally chirping my tires when I hit the gas too hard. He didn't say anything about the exhaust on that. He didn't say anything about this. He was just more concerned about me speeding. But I wasn't going 70. I know that. That's what pisses me off too. Is I even know they don't have to be facing my vehicle for the radar to be working. My truck was going, straight this way. His cruiser wasn't turned, towards the road. His cruiser was facing the same direction I was going. So, but either way, it is what it is. First speeding ticket. Well, it's gonna be my last speeding ticket. But I wanna take a exit off of this road coming up, and I got the heat cranked up a little bit, so I'm going to put the windows down a little bit, and I'm going to really want to do a full throttle pull, but obviously I have my daughter in the truck, and again, with how loud this thing is, it's just drawing unwanted attention. But we'll see what happens. Started raining there for a little bit, but again, hopefully you guys can hear this. It's definitely got a nice tone to it. Little crackling there. Crackling, not popping. Major difference. Roll the windows back. Good. So that's been my experience with this muffler so far. I absolutely love it. For how much you pay for it, couldn't be better. And on this setup specifically, like I said, the muffler that they took off was the same length. But because it wasn't a, offset, in or out, straight in, straight out, they had to run this little piece of like bent pipe just to make it fit. Not a big deal. I think I paid 50, 60 bucks, maybe. It was more, I don't know. But around there, I mean, obviously it depends on where you go. But, yeah, and the tip I have on here is, just something from AutoZone I threw on. I believe it's like a 4-inch double-walled roll tip. That is going to make a difference. Most people, tips don't make a difference. Yeah, they do. I went through this before. I actually even made a video of it against, resonated tips versus non-resonated. And for a fact, I know, because when I had my other truck, Yin Yang, I was letting it idle. I took the tip off, and all of the noise went away. It was almost like it was silent. And as soon as I put it back on, everything came right back. So, that goes to show you, don't take it from me. Go out and experience for yourself that they do make a difference. I do want to get a dual tip on this. Also, the Firebird too, once that gets the muffler put on, I'm having a dual tip put on that also. And speaking of that, I'm going to turn the camera around so I can talk to you guys face to face about what's going to be coming with that car. Alright, so anyway, I don't know if I've went over this before, but I'm pretty sure I did. The car has to go back to the body shop. They forgot 2 things. I'm hoping it's only 2. But they left the hood up by the driver's side, because when the car got hit, it cracked the fender in half, and obviously it pushed the fender into the hood. So it bent the back part of the hood on the driver's side up by the windshield. And, when you look at it, you can notice it. And when you open the hood, it's still noticeable. So I know it's probably, it might just be the hinge. I don't think it needs a new hood. I'm hoping not. But anyway, they're not charging me for it, so I'm hoping if it does need a hood, you know, hoods for those cars are really hard to find new, and luckily the body shop I go to doesn't like using used parts, so if they can't find me a hood, I will be absolutely happy with a Ram Air hood, because I want to put one on anyway. And if that's the only thing they can find is one of those Ram Air fiberglass hoods, I'm telling them, stick it on there, man. Paint it, stick it on there. But anyway, I got off track a little bit. Hang on, I gotta turn this heat down, man. I'm fucking roasting. But anyway, now it's raining again. What the hell? So hopefully within the next couple weeks I'll get the car out, because the sooner I get that there, the sooner that gets done, I'll have more time to drive the car, you know, during spring and summer. So I want to get that taken care of as soon as possible. And then I'm going to be deleting a couple things. I want to get rid of the AC. You know, it really don't work anyway. Whenever, you know, I refilled the Freon, the compressor works, everything else works, and every time I turned it on, it barely blew out cold air, not enough to make a difference, and I could smell the belt burning. So that's gone. You know, it takes a little bit of weight off, but I'm just more worried about that's something I don't need, and it's going to clear up a little bit of room, because we all know underneath those hoods there's zero room to work with. And for the other thing I'm going to be doing, getting rid of the AC is going to make that a lot easier. So I'm getting rid of the AC. I already have the bypass pulley and the little block off plate. Once, you know, the lines come out of that spot, I am still keeping the heater box. Obviously I need heat in the car for when I drive it in, you know, October, November, before it goes away for storage in the winter. And the next thing I'm doing is I'm going to be deleting the secondary air pump. All the smog, those stupid things coming out of the exhaust manifolds. Getting rid of all that, I'm plugging them off. That's going to make some pretty good room, because then I'll be able, once I go to have to fix that wire that's coming off of that stud where the coil is, it's going to make that so much more easier, because I'll have more room. And then if I do ever have to take the fans out for whatever reason, having those hoses and that pump out of the way is going to make that 10 times easier, I'm hoping. But anyway, I just want to get rid of that stuff. I ordered a new the hood insulation pad. Those mice got into the car over, I think, the last time my mother had it stored, and they chewed the shit out of that. Made a nice little nest out of it. I popped the hood, and where the, you know, the pillar is for the strut, it was all sitting right there. Giant nest of that. So I have a new one of those, and it came with a Firebird decal that you put in the middle of it. So I got it red. Almost looks the same color as the car, so that's going to be nice. And I'm hoping this summer to get into some car shows. I'm going to, you know, I got a detail under the hood. I got to, you know, work on some odds and ends. I got to paint that spot that I did. Still in primer. And I want to do that. I need door panels, the dash pad up front. It has a dash mat on it, but the hole where the vent is for the heat, that broke. So I'm just going to replace that. You can find them, you know, online for $300, new, not used. You know, they might be like a new or used new stock or whatever the hell it is, but you can get those. The cup holder that's in the dash broke, so I got to replace that. And the headliner, that's starting to sag, and all the material is starting to come off of that. So I'm going to have that reupholstered, or I might just, you know, say the hell with it and just get the ABS plastic one for $300. I really don't know what I want to do, but yeah, we'll see. It really depends. I have some rims and mine too. I don't mind the ones my mother put on, but I'm not really something I would have picked per se. Like I said, I don't have problems with them. They look nice, but I want it to look more of like an old school muscle car. So that'll be a little bit of a giveaway for which ones I end up going with. So that's gonna wrap up my little review of this exhaust video and my ending my rambling about my car and whatever else. So thank you for watching. Please comment, like, and keep subscribing, hopefully for some more banger videos that I have planned.